Welcome to the boxing space. I'm joined here with Pully Arif. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good too, bro. How are you feeling for your fight against Dean?
I'm buzzing. I'm excited. I'm just
Yeah.
grateful I got the opportunity to fight Dean. Uh, Probably the biggest person on crossover boxing in my weight category that I could fight, and it's my first fight. Obviously, it's gonna be a tough test, but I'm here. I won't back down
So
from any
obviously,
challenge.
yeah. So obviously you fought before on Social Smoke. No, Sunday
Kingpin,
Smoke.
Sunday Smoke,
No,
yeah.
yeah. So how did you sort of get into the whole sort of fighting scene?
Well, I don't know if a good friend of mine, Tyrone, he used to do Instagram lives, and people used to join his lives and do pranks and stuff on his lives. This was about a year and a half. Well, when I first joined, it was about a year and quarter ago. Um, and then I joined there. I started doing pranks and just stupid stuff in his life. And then two people from America that used to go in his life had a boxing match in a ring in a gym in America, and then he live streamed it. And then he wanted to do one in the UK, so I done one in the UK. And then so I fought literally first time I ever put on gloves. I got put them on and just fought. I was so shit. But yeah, and then people started calling me out. And then Sunday Smoke started this year in last year, January. Um someone called Tommy who I fought on Kingpin, we had a back and forth on a TikTok live. We said let's fight in the gym. 20 hours later, we was in the gym fighting, and then that's how Sunday Smoke happened. And then every Sunday now, Tyrone and Bounce will do Sunday Smoke. And then yeah, I just carried on fighting on there. You don't really train for them fights; they're just free to me around. You just get in there and you just scrap really. And then I got my first fight on a show called Kingpin. Um, in July, I believe it was in July or June. Yeah, and that was against
Yeah.
Tommy because everyone wanted us to rematch because they said that I lost the first fight, but I won the rematch.
Yeah, so how did the Kingpin sort of contract come about then? Like, how were you approached by them?
Nah, so basically, I saw that Ed Matthews and Simple Simon were having a fight on Kingpin, and me and Tommy were talking about for ages having a rematch. But our rematch was like our first fight was big. Like there was like 100K people watching the live, 90K people watching the live on Instagram live, and that's big numbers. So we knew that like when we go live on TikTok together, and we was like we would argue and stuff. There'd be 4K people watching us each, like his people, my people. But then I messaged Simple Simon and I just said, is there a way you can get on us on Kingpin? And then Simple Simon got me in touch with Kingpin, and then I put them to my manager, and then he sorted out from there. And then yeah,
Yeah, so obviously you fought on Kingpin. So what did you do after the Kingpin? Because obviously there's a bit of time between obviously their first event and then coming up to Misfits. Where you did you sort of keep training or did you like give
nah.
yourself a
So
rest until
I didn't even so all my fights I didn't even train for my Kingpin fight. I trained, okay. So the month before I was on holiday. So the fight I was on holiday a month before for a 10-day holiday, like with my boys. So I was obviously drinking and stuff. And then I got off holiday. I had about 2.5 weeks to train. So I had 2.5 weeks to train for my Kingpin fight. So I was sparring like up until 3 4 days. I know I shouldn't, but I was sparring 3 4 days before my fight because I didn't have enough training, and I was like I needed to get fit and I wasn't fit. So I got fit, and then fought on Kingpin. Then I stopped training whatsoever. I don't know why, but like I wasn't really into until recently. I haven't really been into boxing, and I didn't really I enjoy playing football more than I enjoy boxing. And then another show, and then I started saying to myself, I need to get back in the ring. I need to get back in my ring into the ring. And then another show came up called Rage Combat, and then I was like, it was like I told myself that I need to train, but I didn't train for it. I trained probably once or twice, one or two training sessions, and then I got in the ring again. And then it was probably the worst performance ever. Like I was so shit. I was so just lethargic and rubbish and shit. And I won. The guy who I thought didn't really have any much experience, but I won. And yeah, from then, so I haven't really ever had a training camp. This is my first training camp, to be fair. And then Mam's DM me on Instagram asking if I want to fight. I was truthful with him. I said, look, Deen the Great for my first fight on Misfits is a bit crazy. Like he's very good. And then I was like, can I have one fight first? And then if when I win that, I'll fight Deen. And then he was like, I'll get back to you. He got back to me. He said, Dean's the only fight we have available for you right now. So I said, all right, cool. I'll fight Dean. It's what it is.
Do you find that any of your skills from playing football sort of have transferred into boxing?
Nah, just my movement really. Like in football, when I'm on the ball, like it's hard to get the ball off me. It's not hard. Like I'm not the best at football, but like I'm good on the ball technically with my feet. I'm like my movement's good. You know what I mean with the ball. And then in boxing in the ring, if you watch my fights, I'm quite good. My movement's quite good. I'm quite quick on my feet, and you know what I mean. I come off the line quite quick.
Yeah, I have noticed that because obviously I rewatched because I saw the Kingpin event live, but when I went back to rewatch it, like I think a couple weeks ago now, because that's when I heard you were rumored for Misfits. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
let me rewatch it, and I could tell you're really good on your feet, and that's actually a main thing most people in influencer boxing don't have is good footwork. I mean, you saw with Josh Bruckner when he just got laid out on the floor because he was just off balance, you know.
Mm.
But like, I feel like you having good footwork, it has like obviously you've got a good basis to build up to being one of the greats in the influencer scene.
Yeah.
Um, so anyway, how does it feel to be fighting for a belt as like your first like fight on Misfits? Is there any pressure, or
Yeah.
are you sort of just going into it
Yeah.
like you
No,
would
there's not
any
no
other fight?
pressure. That's the thing. Like with all my other fights, people expected me to win. Like on Sunday Smoke and against Tommy and the other ones, everyone expected me to win. But like this fight, I haven't seen one person who thinks I'm gonna win. Like no one thinks I'm gonna win. Because obviously Dean's got two knockouts. He's got much more experience than me. He's knocked two people out. He beat Waleed, a three-time Golden Glove champ. So there's no pressure on me. If I win, then bonus. If I lose, I'm still gonna fight again. Hopefully on Misfits. I've got like three or four people, two, three people who I want to fight next. Of course. So yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. So is there anyone that you would like to particularly fight? Like it's sort of any weight class really, like an ideal fight you would want.
Jake Paul. I think that's just where the most
Hey,
money is.
Paul.
And no, like
Yeah.
anyone. If you ask anyone in the crossover scene if they who said they can fight, it would be Jake Paul or KSI. Everyone's dream fight in the crossover scene. You know what I mean?
I think that's true actually because that's sort of that's when you sort of know you've made it, I guess.
Yeah, and that's just a big payday, big opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how is your camp going for you right now?
Yeah, it's good. I'm training every single day. It's tough. Like I've never had a camp before, and I've been training. And I stopped my daytime job to take this fight. I've got no income right now. I have a bit of income by doing a few things on the side, but like I haven't really got any income right now, so I've just took it. So I've stopped working. I was actually fine. I was enjoying my job, and then this opportunity came. And goes, I've got to stop working, but I'm gonna go back to my job. Whether I win or lose, I'm gonna go back to what I was delivering parcels, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I just enjoy it. I just love working. I don't know why. I've always enjoyed working. So if I win or lose, doesn't matter what. I'm gonna go back to work, and then
I've just got
whatever.
like I got like the funniest image in my head because you're delivering parcels. I'm just imagining like some kid, right? He opens his door and it's like, oh my God, it's like a guy I saw fight like a week ago, you know?
Yeah, no,
So
no, it's happened. I've because obviously I deliver around my area, and
yeah,
most people know me around my area for fighting and that. And I've delivered a few parcels before, and or like people like will finish like college or school, etc., and they'll see me delivering a parcel, and they'll come over to me and ask for a picture and stuff. So, but I
yeah,
enjoy doing it. It just keeps me active. It gets me up early. So I enjoy working. I enjoy earning my money, like going out and working like normal people.
yeah. So and what are your thoughts about some of the other fights on this card as well? Like, are you excited to see them, or are you sort of just like going in there, getting your fight done, and then chilling?
Yeah, I'm not really paying attention too much to the other fights. I'm trying to concentrate on my fight, but I'm excited to see Ginty. I'm quite close with Ginty. I spoke to Halal Ham the other day. He's from my area, so that'll be an interesting fight. Who else is fighting?
You got Tempo
Uh,
Arts who also fought on Kingpin.
yeah, Tempo. Sorry, yeah, Tempo. I've been speaking to Tempo. Can't wait to see Tempo and King Kenny versus Raxu. I want to see that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just excited to be in this. Like, to be given this opportunity, man. Like, KSI will probably be at the fight watching. King Kenny's fighting, so all the betas got to be watching that. I'm like a fan in it. Like, of this whole crossover thing. I'm like a fan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not big in it. Or I'm a fan. Like, even of like all the people who fight in the crossover. I enjoy watching them. I enjoy their content. I'm just grateful to be given the opportunity to fight on this platform, and I hope that I can carry on fighting on here after this fight as well.
I mean, I feel like you, like personally, just from what I saw of your Kingpin fight, I know you with like a proper camp and just like putting your all into it, you can be really like great. Like, so
Yeah,
obviously your
no,
Kingpin
no.
fight, like yours and Tempos are my favorite fights of that night.
Yeah, that a lot
So
of people.
yeah. Okay. Do you think that Dean is possibly underestimating you coming into this fight?
Yeah, everyone's underestimating me, which I like because he's got more experience than me. He says he's got more power than me. Um, but there's just stuff that I'm working on in training, and people don't see because no one's seen me actually box to my full potential because I've never put my all into it. But yeah, everyone's underestimating me. Dean's underestimating me. I just spoke to him on a Twitter space a minute ago. He's underestimating me. Everyone is in the like. Everyone, I feel like this fight's been made for Dean to win and Waleed to win, so they can have their rematch. But I'm there. I'm here to stop it.
You're becoming a disruptor.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because would you have any interest in fighting Waleed? You know, if you do win against Dean, or even if you lose,
yeah.
you
I'll
know?
fight him. I would fight him. Obviously, he's probably technically he's probably a better boxer than Dean. Like I think he showed it in his last fight. He probably is better than Dean. So it would be a fight that I would take. But probably if I beat Dean, hoping that I beat Dean, um, I would want like a fight like against someone else. Like I want to decide. I want some people to call me out in the crossover space, and maybe I get to decide who I fight
Yeah.
instead of because I'm fighting the top. I'm fighting someone who's right at the top, and I'm probably given this fight to build up the Dean versus Waleed rematch. But I don't want that to happen. I want me to have the belt, and then Dean and
Yeah.
Waleed. What the fuck? We was meant to both win, so we could fight again. And I'm like, bro,
Nope.
I'm not even. And I'll be like to Dean, you're not having a rematch because you wouldn't give Waleed his rematch straight away. So you can wait, and Waleed, you can wait because you're a three-time Golden Glove champion, and I've been doing this for a year. Yeah, so you can wait. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a one or two more fights, and then I'll come back to you too.
How about Fox? Fox G. Obviously, he's turning 18 soon, so
Yeah, Fox is cool, man. Me and Fox are cool, but I mean, if it come when he turns 18, if it comes to it, and
yeah.
it gets offered to me, and it gets offered to Fox, me and Fox will. Fox is the same as me. Fox will say yeah. I will say yeah. Me and Fox are cool. There'll be no hard feelings. We'll go in there, do business, shake hands at the end, and that's it. But yeah, Fox is cool. I like Fox, and I would fight. But I would fight him. Like if the opportunity was there, I wouldn't say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on this potential like mystery reveal that Misfits have? What do you reckon it will be?
I have no idea. I've seen some things on Twitter that are a tag team, but I think that would.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be good. I think that's. Is it not
I
today? Is it
think
not meant to be today?
it's supposed to be today. That's why I was kind of hoping to get the interview on Tuesday so we could talk about it.
Yeah, but
But
I don't know what it is.
yeah.
Well, I
I've
literally I've seen about this tag team thing, but I don't think that's interesting. I don't know. I
yeah,
don't
I
know. Do
mean
you? What do you think?
me with a tag team, it's sort of there like I feel like it'll be fun, like every like as like a one-time thing. But I don't see like how sustainable it'll be.
I don't. Yeah, I just don't think it's. I think it's just like I don't know. I just think it's just taking the mick of it because it's not really a thing that's ever going to happen. Really, is it? It'll be fun. Like it'll be
Yeah.
fun to watch. Don't get me wrong. It'll be fun watching it. But yeah, I
I
don't
think
know,
I
man.
saw like the potential of one of the like sides of the tag team was B-Day versus Pineda, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that as well.
Yeah. No, I feel like if done right, it will be like such a cool thing, but I feel like it can't be done right, personally.
Yeah, I don't understand how it's going to work. To be fair,
See,
but
in wrestling, like you know, it's kind of like it's been proven to work in wrestling, but like with boxing, it's
Yeah, but
sort of
that's
there
fake.
like,
That's entertainment. That's fake. Like no one's getting hurt.
yeah,
That's
it's sort of
fake. You know what I
sort of
mean?
like
What
boxing.
if
Like
some?
how
I don't think it is that because say if like in the first 30 seconds the two people in the ring, one of them gets knocked out, then what?
yeah. So the other person just step in and have to knock out two people, like
Yeah, it's not really fair because they can keep swapping and changing, and the other guy's got to fight. The two like that's like a
yeah.
sparring. That's what you do in sparring. Start bringing it like you know what I mean, changing your opponent after each round.
Mm. I don't know, but if it is a tag team, I'm like fairly confident they'll make it work. It's just I'm not smart enough to figure that out yet.
Yeah, trust. Same.
So yeah, obviously the events were moved from Milton Keynes to Telford, and obviously Milton Keynes you said was about 15 minutes away from you. So how do you feel that you have to travel just that bit farther to get there?
Nah, I'm cool. Just I'm glad it's not in like America or anything
Oh
or
God,
there because
yeah,
I'm glad it's still in the UK. So I'm not really bothered. I know it would have been so much more convenient because I could have just I wouldn't have even had to probably get hotels and stuff. I could
I,
have just gone straight home and back after the press conference. And you know what I mean? I wouldn't have to pack bags and stuff. I could have stayed at my house every night, but I've got to get a hotel. It is what it is. I don't really mind. It's only like an
I
hour
feel
and a
like
half.
Misfits. I feel like Misfits would have arranged you something, right?
With what?
Like a hotel.
No, if it was in an MK, I wouldn't have asked for. I
Oh,
wouldn't have
okay.
got a hotel. I would have rather just gone back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of staying in a hotel because I mean it's like 20, 30 minutes from my house, and I would prefer being at home leading up to the fight instead of being in the
Yeah.
hotel with like all the fighters and stuff. But it is what it is. I don't really. It's not really a big deal to me. I don't really care that much.
Yeah. Anyways, obviously we're gonna wrap up this interview now because I've sort of run out of questions to ask. But is there any final word? Is there any words you want to say to your opponent now?
No, Dean, just be ready, bro, and don't underestimate me. But you dig what
Great
I'm
to hear.
saying, Dean.
Anyways, it was nice talking to you, bro. Take care of yourself. Keep pushing yourself, and hopefully you get that win in March in Telford against Deen the Great, and you'll have the
Thank
belt
you, bro.
with you.
Appreciate it.
No worries, bro. Take care of
Safe, safe.
yourself.